Okay, demo for the multi-window comparator, and today I'm going to show you how to do some kind of basic wave shaping with it. The the first thing I've done is I've set the attenuation all the way to 0, and I'm just going to write kind of a random data table using the offset knob and the right buttons. And I'm not really trying to get anything. I don't really have a goal or an idea of what this is really going to sound like. Okay, and so what we've got as our input to this coming from an oscillator, and all the outputs of the oscillator are being fed to 4 inputs on a quad VCA with a mixer on it, and then that is getting fed into my oscilloscope here. And I'm going to turn the sound up too, but the sound's not great on this, so I wanted you to see the oscilloscope because I think that'll give you a better idea. Okay, so that is just our basic triangle wave that we're going to be wave shaping, and I'm just going to turn up one of the inputs. So as you see, that's kind of topping it out there. Did I? Oh, yeah, that's why it's doing that. I forgot to set my attenuation. You're going to set your attenuation and your offset to both around halfway up for this. You should be able to hear that weirdness now. But as you can see, it looks like that's the sine wave being projected on top of the triangle wave. Whenever the comparator is hitting one of those windows, which it's hitting fairly consistently because it's being fed that input signal. And that's, I'm not sure which wave that is, but we're getting some wild, let me see if I can sync that up a little better. Some wild looking waves there. And then here's the third one, which I think that might be the, I'm not sure what that... I don't pay a lot of attention when I'm doing this stuff. But here, let's listen to those without the triangle on top. Okay, that looks like it's a ramp. So that's all 3 up at once. And so you should probably be able to see right now that it's not very consistent. You get these kind of little spikes that are in and out. It's not always the same waveform as it's going by. And that's because of how slow the ADC is on the microcontroller that I'm using on the multi-wave comparator. So if I slow it down, it should get a little more consistent if we send it more of a low frequency signal. Let's see if I can sync that up. See, that's looking... the refresh rate on this scope's not great. That looks like it's a little more consistent here at the slower frequency, and then let me speed it up. And here, at the high frequency, you can see that it's a lot of error, and that's pretty annoying sound. So yeah, I just wanted to make this demo so people could see how this thing actually reacts at audio rates. Oh, and just so your point of reference, here's the triangle wave that we were modulating there. We were at that frequency there at the end. So it is definitely something you can use to add extra harmonics, or create patches that use it where you're adding extra harmonics. But it's not going to be the most consistent thing in the world. Let me see. As you can see there, that little bit right there keeps falling in and out. But other than that, it's pretty consistent. I'm going to slow it down. There we go. And then another thing you can do with this is you can change it pretty easily by moving your attenuation and your offset knobs. Like when you turn attenuation down, there's very little signal actually coming through there. I'm going to pan back over here. Now I'm turning the attenuation knob, and you can kind of see it on the scope. And then here's our offset. And so yeah, and that's the basic idea. So you can get some funny things out of this, along with a good set of oscillators. So there you can kind of see a broken sine wave. Yeah, well, thank you for watching. Hope that was enlightening.